5 winners finals.
There have been so many times where I've just assumed I'm watching Bassmage play an impossible matchup. There was one that he was doing in Japan. I don't remember exactly which one it was, but everybody was like, oh, there's no chance. It was actually at Battle of BC against a Japanese player, and he almost won. It was actually like down to game 5, but let's see if Mr. Game 5 can do it in shorter order, or if Bassmage can do the same on his side. Louis Money and Bassmage kicking it off on Pokemon Stadium 2 right here. Let's get it going.
Already we're seeing the action in the aerial battle between both of these players, right? Palutana and Jigglypuff just want to scrap in the air so badly, but I love the way that Bassmage plays, right? That up-in-your-face play style. Luis trying to get something started here, but once again, Bassmage threading the needle with all of these aerials so well.
He is so good at utilizing the strong moves, right? He's not even like a guy that really fished for rest setups and stuff like that, but he tries to get you off stage and then just eat you alive out there. But right now you're on stage, you're floating above it, and now you're taking a trip to the blast zone. Louis Money getting off to the hot start here. Nice parry there from Bassmage, but does not lead into anything, so Luis gets to hang on to that lead for a little while yet.
It's going to come down to the edge guards every single time, Kimona, especially for Bassmage. There's so much on the line. We saw how early Bassmage got KO'd off the top here. I mean, that was at 88, so honestly, the win con is just win faster than Luis at this point. Still, the 152 on Luis got a ton of rage and ton of movement, but it does not matter. You teleport right in front of Bassmage, he's going to slap you with the up smash.
You can only play those games for so long, right? Because Puff can just occupy so much space at any given time. And because you don't have a hitbox into recovery, it's pretty easy for Puff to challenge you. So you just have to choose the right spot to go to when you're playing Palu in this matchup. And we're going to start that cycle again as Luis is stuck at the ledge. But nice use of that dash attack. We've also seen that and the back air play a really big part in this matchup because they have those trample invincibility frames on those hitboxes. And that means you don't have to worry about the devastating trades that Puff can take.
I love the way that Luis is playing so patiently out of the corner as well. A lot of the times Jigglypuff will catch you with that very weird aerial just to kind of throw you off here, but once again, Luis going to be able to find the back air. Air dodge down from Bassmage, not going to be caught out, but here comes Bassmage, going to be able to get the throw here, trying to get something started, trying to get the back air right into the stage, but Luis going to be able to once again jump around, find the back air.
That is Louis $ money right there, showing off why he makes that money. Like you said, always been one of the most consistent players in this game, but Bassmage, man, he has been known to be the man of highs and lows, and he is on the high run of his life right now, taking it down to 1 stock apiece here, but Louis Money racking up that damage, and he's going to take you to the skies for some big damage.
I was about to say, the Palutana Pain Train is always tried and true, right? Nair, up air, always does so much damage, but there's the pound, trying to keep Luis on the side here, but Louis wanting to get out of there, but here comes Bassmage, once again gonna get launched up with the up air, potentially going to see stock loss, but still Bassmage very good coming down. We have a potential reversal here, but the get up attack actually sends Bassmage off. Down
tilt is what Luis is hunting for right here as Bassmage just stalls out down under the stage and is able to make it back. Sets up a tech chase, but Luis does roll too far for that up tilt to connect. Would have been a setup for a rest to end the game, but Bassmage not able to find it. So we're right back to neutral in a situation where one stray Palu aerial could lead to the end of the game.
Okay, now Luis trying to find that stray aerial, like you said, Kimona, but Bassmage does not want to give it over that easily here, trying to get the grab, and instead it will be Louis Money that does instead. Look at this, trying to shark for it. Instead, we'll just take the forward air, gonna throw out the explosive flame, try and zone Bassmage into a spot where we feel comfortable edge guarding here, but look at this, going for the ledge drop, not gonna be able to find the back air here. Great spot dodges from Bassmage, getting very close this game 1. Still, fair Nair here, has edgeguard opportunity, but Luis wants no part of it. Finds the Nair, finds the game 1.
He is just one of the most consistently clutch players in the game. And you know why that is, Lyric? It's because he is consistent in the way that he plays. Even when the pressure is on, he does not deviate from his game plan. He just continues to play to his very simple but very effective win conditions. That's exactly what we saw there at the end of that game 1. Louis Money not cracking under the pressure, able to take it with that Nair off stage.
We've been talking about this a lot. One of the most seasoned players from Ultimate Start, one of the strongest, right? You've been in these situations tons of times before. Luis going to stick. Whoa, that character's banned here. Also does alt
not
the
allowed,
Fox.
Luis.
Also does alt the Fox as well, but I can expect in a matchup like this, we want to see the Palutana a little bit more, right? A little bit more consistency, right? We're talking about Luis and consistency in gameplay. We also want to see the consistency in all all that damage. But we're going to Kalos here, so we're going to have a little bit more space to puff around, if you will.
I mean, this is going to make it a lot more hard for Luis to kind of bait Bassmage up onto those platforms and then start tossing out those aerials. One of the big things you want to do is Palu, because attacking air to ground against Puff is actually pretty difficult, but once you get Puff in the air and you can air to air her, you can be much more effective. Love that teleport cancel just for the style to keep himself mobile. There's a big back air as well. Bassmage not quite out of resources yet, but he still needs to fight his way out of the corner and start getting some damage on Luis.
A little bit of a stalemate there via the platform and the stage here, going for the grab, a great air dodge out by Bassmage. Wants no part of it, but instead Luis still going to be able to get something started here. Finds the back air, small sides of Kalos, not going to be able to take it here. But look at this, Bassmage finally going to find a way back into this. Finds the side special into the Nair here, but now look at Luis stuck off stage, at least for the moment. Great tech off the Nair.
He has not missed a single one of those, and because this is Luis, I would not expect him to miss a single one of those, because he is just one of the most technically sound players in the game. Not one of the most technically outlandish in the game, but he seldom misses an input that he should be getting, and we're seeing that pay off huge dividends. See no opportunity there to tech, actually, because the downer is sending him outwards, and now Bassmage hunting for that KO off the stage. Tech chase, though, nothing doing.
Yeah, I feel like we are very used to seeing Bassmage getting a lot of these back airs off the side of the ledge here. Louis Money not really letting him have it at all. There's the down throw, trying to find something out here, but still the Nair going to cover so much space in this matchup. Bassmage needs to find an answer. Will be able to launch Louis Money off the side here, but still finds the Nair. Can we find the stock though? Once again, Luis, the tech master right here on Kalos.
And Bassmage not able to find the finishing hit, and Luis will make him pay. Does get that first stock almost 2 minutes into the beginning of this one on Kalos, but now does get to play with the lead, so he will command the pace until those stocks go back to even.
Yeah, and honestly, what's the point of even going in? You have the opportunity to shoot the auto reticle, but Bassmage, once again, a one-for-one player when it comes to stocks. Always seems to find it right exactly when he needs it. Double down air into the forward air and the jab reset here. Able to catch Louis Money out of the teleport here, but now here comes Louis Money with the reversal right now. There's the down throw, looking for the forward air. It's not going to be enough though, so we're going to go back into neutral, but only for a moment. Once again, Bassmage, Louis, both throwing each other off the right side of the stage.
None of them able to find a stock out there. Really looked like Bassmage almost had one, right? Sniping Luis before that up B came out, but he held on to his double jump. That's why he's still here. Always cool as a cucumber in disadvantage, but Bassmage, like you said, keeping that pressure on. Next stock could go to either of these two players, and Bassmage with a tech chase right here could have his setup that he needs.
So close here, but Luis going to be able to find the forward air falling off the platform here as Bassmage immediately going to be able to respond. Bassmage now stuck on the ledge here. Great spot dodge there, but I think Louis was expecting it at this point. Looking for the explosive flame snipe. It's not going to be enough, but honestly, I really like that instead of the up air.
Well, it was so smart because almost every single time, without any sort of question, Bassmage has just drifted all the way to the other side of the stage as Luis takes a trip into that left side blast zone. But Bassmage himself will also take a trip into that left side blast zone, courtesy of those wings, and we are not flying on a Boeing plane right now. That is Air Palutana.
Absolutely, and once again, here comes the Nairs. We've been talking about this the entire set so far. It's really just been stock for stock, Kimona. Bassmage now stuck on ledge, at least for a moment here. I like how Luis is giving him kind of the false sense that it's safe to come back on stage. We'll be able to find the Nair here as Bassmage going to go high. There's the first down air. Can't get the reset, though, on anything. So Luis is actually just going to retreat and try and win the neutral here again. Good spot dodge, but once again, both of these players dancing around each other super well.
No worries here. Never mind, there are definitely worries here. But Luis able to maneuver his way back to stage with some good DI, making sure that Bassmage can only connect hits that will send him further back towards the stage. But that was just one wrong DI away from this game being over, and we see that same situation set up again. Bassmage putting the Palu in the corner.
Yeah, absolutely. Even retreating to the platforms at this point just goes to show how confident that Louis Money is on them. Still, though, Bassmage trying to get something started. Luis will find the dash attack in, but oh my goodness, a Jigglypuff dash attack not going to be punished here. Bassmage trying so desperately hard to get something started, but Louis Money playing so evasive at this point. Finds the first fair, going to be stuck on ledge at least for a moment. There is the down air up there, and that's going to be game 2 going on over to Louis Money.
And here I thought that there was not a combo available to Louis Money at that point, but there he finds it. That down air immediately into the up air, like you said. And Luis has been hunting for quite a few of those, especially out of shield. We've even seen him mixing it up with his timing on the landings as well, right? Where he's threatening a lot of these landing forward airs, a lot of these landing airs that can maybe lead into an up tilt. But instead, a lot of times you saw him opting to just hover in the air for a second and then fast fall down air. Very hard for Bassmage to punish him. Like you saw, it can lead to a big punish for Luis, who has now backed Bassmage into a corner. The NorCal Palu has a 2-0 lead right now, and Arizona's finest has got to step up.
I gotta just talk about it though. We are in the city of St. Louis, and St. Louis's hero just made that reverse 3-0 as well. So it's definitely possible, but it's just going to be a little bit more difficult. I feel like, especially on Kalos, there's so much brain power being used on how you want to choose to approach here. Already though, it is going to be Louis Money getting a lot of damage stacked up. Even the trade is going to work out in Luis's favor here as we're gonna start lining up for the edge guard. Good air dodge up and narrowly going to avoid the up smash here as Bassmage now going to start to get something started, but only for a minute as Louis Money just keeps putting the fire out.
Yeah, Bassmage just can't get those big hits started. He really hasn't had too many of those big moments, right, that have given him the opportunity to take one of these games. That's kind of what Puff is defined by, particularly Bassmage's Puff as well. But again, Luis is just such a steady, consistent force that you're not going to catch him lacking on the defense. You have to create those openings yourself. Bassmage hasn't been able to get them going just yet. Meanwhile, Luis continues to just soldier on.
Still, though, looking for the pivot grab. There will be the dash attack. It's not going to be enough. Bassmage going a little bit higher in the sky, but once again, Luis finding the short hop back air to take first stock. Bassmage taking a quick second to breathe. We got to get something started, but once again, the consistent Palutana damage here, especially on a light character like Jigglypuff, is so hard to fight against no matter where you are on the stage.
Seeing great combo DI from Bassmage now, though, on those combos. You saw a couple times Luis earlier in the set was finding those up airs to connect the second time, but this time Bassmage just isn't giving it to him. Nonetheless, though, he has got to give it to him back right now. He needs to step up and get something big, but again, there's Luis escaping from a combo, setting up big time, but Bassmage finally launches that Palu off stage. Opportunity there, but didn't call out the warp short.
They still will be able to find the dash attack, unable to find the stock though, and Luis actually going through the platform, able to grab the ledge here, gets the reversal with the back air, but it's not enough to take Bassmage's second stock. We're still working on Louis Money's first stock here, Kimona. It's looking so difficult. Here we go, there's the back throw, there's the stock. Louis Money going up 3-1 in the set so far.
This is starting to look a little bit like a beatdown right now, and Louis Money just saying, I don't care about that invincibility off the Angel platform. I am going to cancel off the ledge right here, and I'm going to hit this tech too. But finally, Bassmage is able to shut him down. And again, we saw this in the game one. That is where Bassmage was making so much of his money, was on those ledge situations where Luis kind of had to guess at where he needed to go. And now all of a sudden, here's Bassmage with a little bit of momentum cooking. Just needs to find one big confirm to get himself back into it.
I think to echo your sentiment, Kimona, sometimes all you need is one. We can see already Bassmage finding the hits that he needs here, but look at this. Louis not letting him get in at all. There's the down tilt, even the tech chase onto the platform there. What a brutal interaction right now. Didn't lead into anything, but it goes to show how strong Louis is feeling right now in terms of the confidence.
Just to icy up on that platform and knows that he can react to any single time Bassmage wants to try to drift in with one of those aerials, because Bassmage isn't burning multiple jumps to try to pressure that platform. You see, it's one, maybe a second double jump to throw out that back there, but then he's out, and you are out at least of the stage right now. I thought that down smash was going to do it, but somehow Bassmage still hanging on.
It's the power of plot armor at this point here. So now Luis, all he really needs is this confirm. The Nair up tilt will seal it. 3-0 for Louis Money.